They don't want you to know this, but there's a kind of intelligence hidden in plain sight that doesn't shout, doesn't seek attention, but shapes the world quietly from the shadows. Not the kind of brilliance you find on a stage or in a loud debate, the kind that changes the course of history behind closed doors. If you've ever felt like the world moves too fast for your mind to catch up, this message is definitely for you. This isn't motivation. It's not hype. It's the truth you were never told. The most powerful minds in history didn't thrive in noise, they thrived in silence, in solitude, and in reflection. You see, you were born into a world that worshipped speed. Quick answers and rapid results with loud opinions. But philosophy is real thinking and lives in the slow lane. It questions everything the world assumes is true. And if you've ever been called too quiet, too serious, too in your head, congratulations. You're already halfway to becoming a master of the inner world. Because here's the secret. Wisdom isn't about having all the answers, it's about having the courage to sit with the questions even when no one else is listening. You've been trained to consume information fast. So you scroll, click, swipe, and repeat the process over and over again. But deep thinkers do something different. They pause and sit with discomfort. They dive beneath the surface where most are afraid to look. And in that space, the space everyone else rushes past, the truth begins to reveal itself. But no one told you how to do that. No one showed you that your natural tendency to reflect, to isolate, to think deeply, it's not weakness, it's your edge. In a world driven by constant noise, the ability to be still is to actually hear your own thoughts is a superpower. Socrates walked barefoot through the streets of Athens asking inconvenient questions. Nietzsche climbed mountains to be alone with his mind. Kierkegaard wandered the backstreets of Copenhagen wrestling with despair. They weren't trying to fit in nor chasing approval, they were chasing something far more powerful, clarity. And that's the path you're on, even if no one around you sees it yet. Here's what they never teach in school. It's not how much you know, it's how deeply you understand it. The philosophers, the visionaries, the quiet minds that shaped the world didn't memorize answers nor they imagined the questions. And you? You've got that same spark. You just need the space to light it. Because when you train your mind to slow down and to observe instead of react, you start noticing what others miss but start thinking on levels they don't even know exist. And that's where real transformation begins. They'll say you're overthinking, or they will say you're too sensitive, maybe too intense. But what they really mean is you seeing something they can't. And yes, the path of the deep thinker is often lonely. But it's in that solitude that philosophy is born. The world doesn't need more noise. It needs more minds like yours, unrushed, unmoved and unshaken. So the next time you're tempted to doubt your way of thinking, just don't. You don't need to be the loudest in the room, you just need to be the one who sees clearly when everyone else is blind. Because in the end, the future won't belong to those who shout the loudest. It will belong to those who understand the deepest. And that, my friend, that is you.